Hey guys, it's me, Jess, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be what sold in the first week of December. And I really didn't know what to do for what sold video. I was going to try to do fast flips, but I really didn't have any, and I really didn't want to go through and figure out how many days I've had stuff. Also, I was going to do my highest priced items, but they're all retail arbitrage, and I know a lot of people who watch my channel mainly just thrift shop and are not interested in retail arbitrage, so skip that. So I decided, yeah, let's just do the first week of December, and it has a little bit of both in it. So these will be sales from eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And then in here somewhere, I'm going to mention a horrific story on eBay that happened to me that ended up being okay. I would not recommend taking the route that I took, but I just was testing the waters and it worked in my favor. So thank gosh. I'm gonna start out with the Mercari. I don't have much on here. The first item that I want to mention are these Sorel Out and About boots. They were like nylon. They were super cool and they were kind of a fast flip. I believe it only took one day. I went with my dad to Florissant, Missouri, which I've never been to that Goodwill before. I believe I paid like $9 for them, which was a little bit steep, but I ended up selling them for $31, so I will take that any day for that fast flip. Also on Mercari, I sold this Mason and Jewels little dress. It was pink. I actually personally wore this in Destin when me and my husband went on our anniversary, like I bet, was it 10 years? So I've had this for a little bit. All three of us, including my daughter, went on vacation and I wore this dress and I didn't really like it. Have you ever packed anything and was like, oh, this is super cute, and then you put it on when you got to your destination and you're just like, this is hideous. Like, why did I pack this? Why did I not try it on? I wore it anyway because I had nothing else to wear. And so I think I got this at Plato's Closet on their 90% off day. So I probably paid around $1 for it. And it sold for an offer of $20. And next is this Catherine's. It was a black and white plus size top. I don't buy this brand in tops. I did get this from a TikTok friend who met me somewhere and said she just had a bunch of clothes. She gave me bags full of stuff and I listed most of it and I ended up donating some of it. I still have a lot left, but I have sold some stuff. And this was brand new with tags, and I believe I've had this for like a year and a half, so I saw that I had like 15 likers on this. So, well, let me just lower the price to 10 bucks and see what happens. So that's what I did, and somebody accepted my offer. So on Mercari, I'm doing pretty well at Mercari. I mean, quantity-wise. I sold this Susan Bristol tartan skirt. It was wool. It kind of has like a Christmas vibe to it. It actually sold today. I had this listed for $32. Somebody sent me an offer of $26 and I accepted it. And this came from our vintage storage unit. We did get rid of most of the items from that. I did keep a few because I was like, I think we can sell these. And that's exactly what I did. I sold this Puma hoodie. It was brand new with tags. I got it from Ross's 49-cent clearance sale. It was actually like $2. So it wasn't part of the 49-cent sale, but it was like deeply discounted. Somebody sent me an offer of $29 and I was like, why did I even have that listed so high? But after I accepted the offer, it was free shipping. So I was like, dang it. It didn't cost me much to ship it. I think it was less than £1. So it cost me less than like $7. So it's okay, it's okay. And then my grandmother had a lot of vintage ornaments and I stuck just little lots on. I put the ones that were most alike together. I am not an expert at all. These ones I got an offer of $38. I think I had it priced at $37, so I was like, 38, sure, why not? Because these were free to me. I don't know if my grandmother just didn't know their worth or just wanted to keep them around. She did pass away. My mom and I took a lot from her estate to sell online and just make a little bit of money, you know, to pay for funeral expenses and so forth. We're gonna hop on over to eBay, and on eBay I found this Kalia by Carrie Underwood shirt, brand new with tags at Salvation Army's half off day. This was on Black Friday. So again, this didn't take very long to sell. Being Kalia from Carrie Underwood, I have started not to pick up her items because they are getting harder to sell. I believe they're more oversaturated on eBay and Poshmark. I did have this priced at probably $24.99, and then on this, so I sent out an offer for $17.50, and that person accepted. Oh my gosh, this dress I have had forever. I did a TikTok on it. It was one of my first like viral-ish TikToks. I went to Effingham like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I don't know. And I found a bunch of Eileen Fisher dresses. This is my last Eileen Fisher dress to sell. It was a sweater dress with a turtleneck, so I don't know that turtlenecks are that popular right now. I was excited to get rid of this one. I did send out an offer for $29.99 and somebody accepted, so that is the price it sold for. I believe I paid like $7.99. The next thing that sold on eBay were these Clark's shoes. I found these for $2 at a new thrift store that my mom had told me about in her area. She doesn't live that far away, but it was just a different kind of vibe. It's all volunteers from a church. I'm always excited to give my money to a church rather than like Goodwill or Salvation Army. You don't know why these Clark shoes, they looked new. They were marked at $2 and like other Clark shoes were marked at like $15. So I'm pretty sure there was just a different pricing person that day. These didn't take long to sell either, maybe like a month or two, and they sold for $29.99. Now this is my huge sale for December so far. Maybe there'll be another one. I sold this Johnny Was kimono. It was reversible. It's 100% silk. It had its tags. I did buy it retail arbitrage, and I did pay up a lot, and I was very nervous to do so. I told my mom when I bought it, I'll give it 30 days and then I'll return it. And it's been about 6 months, so I did not get a chance to return it. And unfortunately, but maybe fortunately, I do have another one. I paid $129.99 for this, but I ended up selling it for $327.77. And the last item that sold on eBay in the first week of December were these clogs, Klogs. I have seen these in the thrift store a few times. I haven't picked them up, but I did find these at the Goodwill outlet. They were in like amazing condition. So I probably paid around $4-ish, and I sent out an offer for $24.99 because I have had these for a good amount of time, less than a year, but more than 6 months. And somebody took my $24.99 offer. And my eBay story was horrific. I sold these Eileen Fisher shoes. I had bought retail arbitrage on Black Friday, which was actually my birthday. My mom met me at a retail store where I shopped my heart out. She bought nothing. She doesn't buy at this particular store. But yeah, so I bought these Eileen Fisher shoes for $30. I was kind of iffy on it. They sold within a week for $97.77. I was super excited. And around the same time, I sold this Dallas Cowboys jacket that my mom had actually given me, and I sold it for, I believe, $29.99. Somehow, some way, I got confused and I switched the labels. I have no idea how it made it there because one weighed 4 pounds and one weighed probably 12 ounces. One went to Texas and one went to Missouri, and I live in Missouri, and so the 4 pound pair of shoes that were supposed to go to Missouri was an actual jacket that was labeled at 4 pounds, and then the shoes were labeled at 12 pounds and made it all the way to Texas. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, the person who was supposed to get the shoes said they received the Nike jacket and it was not their shoes. So how are they supposed to proceed? I think in actuality, you are supposed to make both parties open a case, send the item back to you, and then send the items back out. I was trying to be smart, and I believe I was. I did get very nice people. Both parties were super cooperative and very responsive and very understanding, which I couldn't have asked for more. So what I did is I made a label for the person in Missouri to send the jacket to Texas, and then I made the label for the person in Texas to send the shoes to Missouri. I did this all through pirate ship. I sent them the label through messages, and apparently you can't print off of messages. So one sent me their phone number, which I didn't think they could do on eBay. And they said, just text me, and I did. And then the other sent me their email, which again, I didn't think you could do through eBay messages. But it came through. Just emailed her the label. And it all worked out. Like, they just told me a couple of days ago that both parties got their items. They didn't leave me any feedback. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You don't have to. I'm just glad everybody got their items. I did just have to pay a little more in shipping, but they didn't have to ship it back to me. And I pay for that label and then have to pay for another label to ship it back to the right party. So all is well in the eBay world. I don't know if I suggest doing it that way unless you fully trust these people. I do not know the appropriate way to do it, but if you guys do know, you could leave a comment down below. So yes, everything worked out and I am so happy, and I have less of a stomachache. All right, I'm gonna try to move through these Poshmark items really quickly. First one was a pair of Ralph Lauren pants. These were also from our vintage storage unit, so we paid $0.25 each for them. We've made more than our money back, so everything is pretty much at this point free. These were a pair of Ralph Lauren slacks that were brand new with tags. Somebody sent me an offer for $20, so I was like, sure, take it. The next item you may have heard in my last video. These were the Ariat jeans. I found these out thrifting. I actually found these in Marion, Illinois, on my road trip with my dad to Georgia. I had them priced at like $57, and somebody sent me an offer for $40 within seconds of listing. So I was like, fast flip, fast flip, fast flip, yes. So I accepted the offer. And I sold this torrid sweater. I have had this forever. I got this from the church bag sale that's down the street from me. Typically I pay like 50 cents per piece. I fill up a whole bag, pay $8 to $10 for the whole bag, and I accepted an offer for $20 on this. I recently found this hunter. It was called a parka, but it's more of a trench coat, more of a raincoat. This was clearance at a retail store. I found this one in green, and then I also have one in black, so super excited that I was able to find another one. I think I found it right after I sold this one, so I was like, ooh, it was all exciting. So I paid $34.99 for this one, and it sold for full price on Poshmark for $117. And at the bins, I always come across a Vera Bradley. If it's not destroyed and is fairly clean, I'll always pick it up. I get like $10, $15 for them. This one was in like immaculate condition. I had to do nothing to it. It was pink, it was floral. I did have this one for quite some time. At the bins, again, I pay $1.89 per pound. So I probably paid like maybe $1 for this, maybe $1.25. It sold for full price of $28. So I'm pretty happy about that. And another Goodwill bins or outlet item is bras. I love picking up bras. They're so lightweight. And when you, I mean, obviously at the bins, you're paying $1.89 per pound. So probably 50 cents, maybe 75 cents for this bra. It was a larger size, so a little bit heavier than a normal bra. And this one I have had for quite some time as well. Somebody sent me an offer for 15, so I gladly took that. Oh my gosh, do you guys still pick up Robert Graham? He's no longer on the list of like brands to find anymore. I cannot sell his stuff. Yikes. Well, I did find these, I believe, last summer, and I was like, oh, I found two the same size. It was pink and it was green. It was just like a regular polo shirt. It was an XL, so it was a good size. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just lot these together and get like a super high price for these. I was wrong, because I've had these for a while. I've dropped the price a couple of times, and I've had hardly anybody like this item. I did have it priced at like $47. Somebody sent me an offer of $22, and I was like, you know what? You can have them. I believe at Goodwill, they were priced at $8 each, so I paid $16, so I probably made maybe 20 cents. But I got rid of it and made a profit. So I found this BB Dakota little vest. It was faux leather. It was reversible. I picked it up in Mississippi, so technically paid like $5 for this. And since I've had it for so long, somebody sent me an offer for 15 and I was like, yes, move it out, move it out. I have a rule of thumb where I do not sell anything less than $10. I should up that and not sell anything less than $15 or $20. Yeah, it's just not worth your time, you know? I found these dog sweaters for $1 each. They were the same size, so I thought it'd be fun to just list a bunch at once and just, you list like 5 or 6 in one listing and you know, you make a decent profit. Dog sweaters, they don't sell for much. Sure. So I priced this at $12 thinking I could just drop the price to 10 and somebody would happily pay that, especially if they like the item and I drop it on closet clear out. That is what I did. But first somebody sent me an offer for 8 and I was like, rule of thumb, do not sell for less than 10. But let me give you a better offer, because if I drop the price to 10, it was Friday, closet clear out, you will get a Poshmark discount of $4.99. So making your total cost $14.99. Instead of you paying $8 plus $7.49 whatever shipping, which would put you at $15.49 plus your little tax. So yeah, better deal. So yeah, did that, and the lady did not take advantage. I don't know why. She really wanted it, and I was so bummed. And then I was like, you know what? Don't worry about $2. You know what? These aren't ever gonna sell, so just accept her $8 and make her pay a little bit more and just lose a little bit of money and not make as much as you were hoping for, but you still made a profit. Right, and my final sale that just scrolled across my screen, I'm super excited about. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Kind of a funny story. This exact blanket, it's a polo Ralph Lauren with the bear on it, which is always exciting to find. I found this retail arbitrage, so it's not one of the vintage ones. I did pay up for this. I paid, I believe, $39.99. I do have 3, now 2. This lady had sent me a message on the item and said, I'm sorry I couldn't accept your offer of $100. I do want it, but I will not have the money till Friday. So I was like, sweet. So I messaged her back on Friday and said, hey, it is closet clear out, so I will drop the price to $95, even better. And Poshmark will give you the discount of $4.99. Again, being smart about using this closet clear out. And then nothing. So I waited. It is Saturday, and obviously she didn't buy within the 6-hour time Friday. So I relisted the thing, and guess what? Somebody sent me an offer for $75, and I was like, no. I sent him an offer of $100, and he accepted just now. So that is exciting for me. 40 into 80, which is after Poshmark fees. It's a pretty decent profit. I'll take that any day. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit longer than my usual video, so I'm gonna try to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And have a great day. Thanks. Bye.